Hi guys, so today we're going to be doing a video on teenage advice. I am with my friend Maddison.
Hi.
Who's very nervous because we haven't really done this before properly and we don't really know what to talk about. So we're just going to roll with it, aren't we?
Well, we're going to talk about what we said we're going to talk about. Now we smart.
So we hope you enjoy. So one of the first things we noticed as being teenagers is that having one friend group never really works out.
It really doesn't, because I've been through so much stuff with friend groups. I have a load of different friend groups and stuff like that, but when you make a best friend and you make them your priority and they're literally your world, and then you just stop being friends with them, it's the hardest thing, and you feel like you can't mix with other groups because people have made their groups for the year.
Don't want them to, you don't want your best friend to feel left out either if you want to make new friends.
But yeah, trying to make new friends
isn't a bad thing,
but it's really difficult to do once you've made someone your best friend and you're with them all the time.
Especially when you're in a school where when you're in that school for a certain amount of years, everyone has their friends.
Yeah, so you can't integrate into different groups.
It doesn't work.
It really doesn't.
So you have to let yourself from day one be able to talk to someone, because there could come a time when there's a person who doesn't have a friend. You have to allow yourself to be I'm going to talk to them because they're alone. And because doing that, there could be a time when you're in that position where you're the alone person.
Yeah, and it's really hard to be in that position.
And you'd want someone to come talk to you if you had no friends.
Yeah, don't think you're weird if people don't have friends, because it's the hardest thing to make a friend.
People think it's easy, but it's not.
It really isn't. Going up to that person, you don't know anything about them. You might know their name, sure, but you don't know them. You don't know what they're going to react like. But you could become best friends with them, and that's great that you have the initiative and the confidence. It's really hard to have the confidence.
I don't have the confidence to do that. I couldn't go up to someone and talk to them. Sometimes I have to get people to order my McDonald's because I can't go up to the till.
It's me.
It's so bad. So there's nothing wrong with not being confident. That's why if you're confident and you see someone who doesn't have a friend, you should make the move to go talk to them.
Or you can just fake it till you make it, because people think that I'm so confident, but then when they get to know me and know that
you have flaws.
I have flaws, but everybody has flaws. It's fine to be who you are, but
flawed is normal.
Isn't it so much better to be so real and have people like you for who you genuinely are than be fake as hell and not sure might be popular, but you're not being true to yourself.
Happy. At the end of the day, you'll be happy.
Yeah, and they don't like you for you. They like you for what you portray.
You should never feel pressured to do something in a situation where if you become friends with a popular group all of a sudden and they're we're going out having a few drinks tonight or smoking something that's not illegal, you don't have to do that.
Exactly. You don't people make the biggest mistakes of getting pressured. Say if you wanted to kiss a boy or something, and it's fine if you want to kiss him, but if they're saying, oh, kiss him, and you don't want to, genuinely just don't feel the pressure. Just be no, I don't want to.
Some people make out if you're 19, 20 but you haven't kissed someone, they're claiming there's something wrong with you. There's not.
Yeah, if you just want to wait for the right person that makes you feel like you want to, then you do. But don't feel pressure from teenagers, because they're not going to matter down the line 10, 20 years later.
Yeah, because that's where teenage pregnancy comes from, and teenage drug abuse, and I'm sorry, but it does, because you feel pressured to do things you want to do. Fair enough if you did want to do it and you get pregnant, and that's sad, and that's fair enough. That's your problem.
But you should have been more responsible in the first place. And I don't think, I'm not saying this in a mean way, but I'm saying personally, I don't feel like anyone in the teenage years is ready emotionally
to get to that stage
to
of
be
life,
that intimate with someone,
a person,
physically, because it's a big step. It's a commitment. You don't realize, but it actually is a commitment to some person's
as you just said, in 10 to 20 years time, none of that will matter, but it will matter if you have a name of being the one who had a child when they were 16 because you slept with 5 different people.
But it's I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying you gotta be careful, and also
do it because you want to do it.
Yeah.
Not because that person will be it's fun, let's go on a night out, let's just do it in the bush.
Yeah, just don't be that person. Just be who you are. Just be yourself. It's okay to be.
And if you feel like you can't be yourself, in your friend group, then it's not the right friend group
It
for
really
you.
isn't. If someone pressures you into being a certain way, that's not right.
I'd rather have no friends than feel pressured. You
Same.
do your own thing. Like, we became friends kind of, we were always friends, like we knew of each other, but we became friends
Like
when,
close friends.
yeah, when like, I think it was the right time in our lives, because we both knew what we wanted in friends, and we both knew it was the right thing to give each other space. But if we want to hang out, we'll hang out. But we're not, like, we live literally 10 minutes away from each other, but we don't see each other every day. Like, I have a friend that lives in Galway, and I think it's the best and most, we've never had a fight, you and me have never had a fight. I give out to you like a mother, and you give out to me like a father. Like, that's literally, she holds my hand crossing the road, like, this is what we're like. But, like, I have a friend that lives in Galway, and it's such a relaxed friendship, because I don't feel pressured to be like best friend goals.
Yeah, like, you don't have to be like, if you just want to be friends with other people and you have a best friend and that best friend makes you feel like you can't have other friends, then that is not right for you. I'm sorry, it doesn't matter how much you love that person, you could do anything for that person. Still be friends with that person, but it's the hardest thing to break away and try and make more friends.
Because once you feel trapped, even in a relationship, like, there's teenagers now that are having like adult relationships, it's all over the place. They're, you know, they're having sex and they're not worried about their boyfriend holding hands with another girl. They're worried about their 15, 16-year-old boyfriend going off sleeping with another girl. Like, that is ridiculous.
This generation's gone to absolute muck. I'm sorry, I just don't get it.
Fair enough if you are sleeping with your boyfriend and you're both like 16, that is your own issue. I don't want to hear about it. But when you're in that stage of life when you're worried about your 16-year-old boyfriend doing things with another girl, you should take a step back and be like, am I 25 years old?
But just think about it. Like, I'm not judging. I would never judge anyone for what they want to do with their own body.
Yeah.
But, like,
is it worth
17
it?
is the legal age here.
In Ireland, it's the legal age, but it should be like 18, 19, even older.
But even, like, do you really think that you're ready to take that step just because he makes you feel like you're the only girl in the world, or whatever you want to call it?
Or just because you're legal now to
Or
do
just
it.
because you're legal now. Do you think that giving your body to someone in that intimate way is a really good idea? Because personally,
no, I don't think so.
I wasn't emotionally ready for it. I was not ready for it.
I'm
I'll just
not
put that
ready
down.
for it.
Like, it's not a good idea. Don't let anyone pressure you or make you manipulate you into thinking that you're
Like,
ready for
I'll
something
be
you're not.
honest, I've been in friendships and relationships, never gonna name anyone, never gonna say anything. They were lovely people. Y'all think your boyfriends are idiots when it ends. They think I'm idiot. Yeah, it's the way it is.
Yeah, it's
you know,
just
you
the
don't
way it
like each other. If you do, it was never a proper relationship anyway.
That's true. If you can be friends with them, it's
It
really hard to
was
call
never-
it a
yeah.
relationship.
Like, what I've been in situations where I didn't feel like happy, but it doesn't necessarily mean it was that person's fault. It was the fact that, like, it just wasn't for me. But I let it get to that point where I was like, what is my life? Like, I was people telling me that it wasn't me, people that hardly knew me at the time, and I was like, literally like, no, it's fine, I'm happy. And then when all of it ended, I was actually happy. And then that's when you start to be like, oh my god, I've wasted so much of my time trying to be this person and trying to show people that I'm fun and easy, and trying to, like, you know, keep your friendships and your relationships going at the same time.
That's the hardest thing to do.
It's the hardest thing, especially when you have school. Like, school, as much as I hate it, as much as you hate it, it's the most important thing on top of boyfriends, relationships, anything.
Yeah, but think it, the boyfriends might not be there when you're going to college and stuff, but you'll always have your education. It's like so hard to go to school. Like, I don't like school, honestly, just hands down. I hate it. I'm gonna use that strong word. I'm just gonna say that I hate it.
Yeah.
Like, I can't stand it. But I know that further on in life, no matter what friendships I still have made from being in school, like, I've made a lot of good friendships through school.
Especially this year, we both have.
Yeah, exactly. But, like, I'll also have the fact that I'm proud of myself.
You have an
because I
educational
finished it. I
background,
finished
yeah.
it.
You, even if you didn't do so well, you have an educational background, and no job can deny you of that. Nobody can deny you of that. A piece of paper like your leaving cert, your GCSEs, your HC, whatever it is in your country, cannot define you as a person. You might not be smart. That's why they have, like, in Ireland, you have your years, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and your 6-year exams or your top-notch exams to get into your college. But if you physically aren't able to do that, we have a thing called LCA.
But that's for the people who aren't as academically inclined. Like, they like the project work. They're
They
better
don't
with
like
the
the
practical
school
side.
work,
Yeah.
but they're good with, like, you know, the fashion or the metal work or something.
Yeah.
And that's their way of doing school, and that's really good. Like, if I was like any more thicker than I am, I don't mean I'm thick, I just don't like school. I can't.
Like,
if,
you're not
if
academically
I was
inclined.
a notch or two down, I'd do LCA, and it's not an embarrassment. You should never think, oh, this is
Yeah,
so
it's brilliant.
embarrassing. It's your way of giving yourself a leaving cert or a LCA or it's your way of giving yourself that
Motivation
to
stay
do
in
something,
school.
to have an educational background, and there's nothing wrong with having an educational background.
But it's genius though. Like, they go for work experience on Fridays, and they're working and they're out there and they're actually learning what life is about.
And what
Like, in
they can
like
do.
in the working world.
Like, and would you rather turn around and be like, oh no, I wasted my, you know, leaving cert year worrying if my boyfriend was cheating with Cinderella, I don't know.
So and so,
Yeah.
Jim, Bob, and Harry,
Yeah,
or whatever
like-
you want to call it.
Is that what you want to be in 10 years' time? Like, because this generation, when we get married, that's all we're going to be worried about. Oh, did she send him a pic on Snapchat? Like, literally. I can't go a day without Snapchat, I'll be honest. But that's the problem with us. We literally, even if we're out in the middle of nowhere, we have to have our 4G, 3G, what's going to be next? 10G. Like,
Probably.
yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
Rise.
we can't literally, if I'm on a family dinner, phone's out, like, I'll be honest. That's what our generation has come to. Because, and that's where the problem is. If we had no Snapchat, no Facebook, no Instagram, there'd be no cheating. There'd be no...
Well,
Yeah, but that's a step up. There'd be no, like, worrying because he liked your picture or he didn't respond to you. You physically have to meet the person and communicate with them.
but isn't that so much better just to meet up, even if it's just in town, and hang out? Sure, you need like Snapchat or whatever to like talk to them and
Ask
ask
the
them.
person. Back then they wrote each other letters and they had to meet once a week because the letters only got there once a week.
I'm sorry, but that was just so cute. Like, getting a letter in the
Love
post, and you
letter,
just
like-
be like so
We should
excited to
start
get it.
posting letters to each
Oh,
other.
yeah. I'll send you some candies.
But like, if you want to be a person who is happy with their life, if you want to be a human, if you want to be a person who's happy with your life, you have to think about you. Like, do you boo? No, like literally, my uncle gave me some really solid advice. I had a lot of troubled friend groups, and like I started to think it was my fault because I was the one being left with no friends. And my uncle pulled me aside, I literally tried to avoid him for ages. He was calling me, I was like, no, I don't want to listen to him because he's the macho man of, I'll give you advice and you listen to me whether you like it or not, Andrea. So I was like, uh-oh. And then we were at Gavin's one day for lunch, and literally he walked past and I said hi, and he went, you, I've been looking for you. And I was like, oh God.
I remember that day.
Yeah. And he's like, come here, and I had to go and talk to him. And he didn't give out to me because he knew I wasn't in the wrong, but I thought I was. He was like, people are idiots. Like, people are genuine idiots. I was like, I got that. But he was like,
no face.
he was like, she's closing the curtain. But she was like my uncle's now, is she? Okay. He was like, you have your 1-2 best friends. You don't have 7 or 8 best friends. You have 1 or 2. You take everyone else with a pinch of salt. As in, you say no. You just say no. Like, if they're taking you for an idiot, you say no. It doesn't mean you violently hit them. I learned that the hard way. I've never been in trouble with the law, but I was told if you hit someone, it's assault, which my temper could have gotten me in trouble. And this was a lad, like me against a lad. So, but you just say no and you walk away. You bite back your temper and you say no and you walk away.
It's the hardest thing to swallow your pride and just be like, not getting mad at them. But the best thing to do
Is
when
walk
you're
away.
angry is walk away. It genuinely
It doesn't mean like
you didn't care about them.
or like you didn't, like you're just a bad person. You walked away like, oh, you're in the wrong because you
left
walked
them,
away.
yeah.
No, it just means that you're actually not actually not wanting to, you know, get
Cause
so
friction.
freaked
Yeah.
out and angered that you're going to do something you regret. But it means that if you're in a situation where someone's like, do this, do that, or they're actually
Trying to control
they're your friends, but they're literally bullying you.
Yeah, and they're trying to control you, and
You
that's not
say
right either.
no, like to them, to their face. You just go no.
It's like people when there's like ask you, do you want drugs? You just be like, just say no.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, as well, don't do drugs. It's
Yeah.
not healthy. It's
No.
really bad. You'll actually end up
See your
with
teeth
balls
10
and
down.
10
years,
downs.
10 down. 10 years later.
You
God,
literally
that's
have no
English.
teeth.
Yeah.
You'll literally look ugly. Your heart will be ugly because you'll be like a druggie. Like, no one wants to date someone with no teeth. Even though my mom got run over by a bike and she has false teeth, that's a different story. People can, I know that I laugh every time. But the main part of this video, which we're gonna wrap up soon because we're going into our 15th minute, is be yourself. Be proud to be yourself.
Don't ever be ashamed of who you are. If you're like really strong-minded or strong opinion, or like even if you're
Express it.
even if you're passive and you let people walk all over you, that's fine. But learn to
your limits.
Learn your limits. Like don't let people walk all over you.
Yeah, like if you're okay with that person, like for example, if I was like to Maddison, we're going to the cinema today, and if Maddison was just up for anything, she was like, yeah, and I was like, we're going to town today, and she was like, yeah. But if
A day I couldn't, and I'd just be like, no.
A day I turned around and I was like, yeah, we're going to drink tonight, and you know your mom wouldn't appreciate that. Instead of saying yeah, you say no.
Yeah.
Something like that. Like if you know you can't do something, you say no. You don't feel guilty for saying no. Because me and Maddison have learned with each other that like if we're busy, we just say we're busy, and the other one of us isn't whinging, except when I try to take her out of her house to go for a jog in the evenings.
Even when I'm
I don't take no then, but that's a different story. Like push your friend
to be the best person that they can, and if they are good friends to you, then they'll try and do the same for you.
and be the person you want to have in your life.
Yeah, exactly. Like don't just try to be as nice as you can. Like I'm not saying just be
Fair
a
enough. If
kiss
you
ass,
have to
but
give out to your friend if they do something to upset you, or if they do something you think is wrong, like you voice your opinion, give out to them, give them advice, and push them in the right direction. Don't sit back and let your friends ruin their life because they want to. Like if you're not happy, tell their mother, tell their father, tell their guardian. I don't care.
well, that's a bit stepped.
No, like if it was serious.
If it was serious,
If they started
yeah.
going down the wrong path in life.
But if they were going out with some fella and you didn't like them and you told their parents that
That
then
doesn't make
they wouldn't appreciate that.
Yeah, their parents would be like scared of her life. Like, come on.
Yeah, like you know,
Unless
step back.
her parents genuinely didn't.
I just gotta give this one last opinion, and it's so important. Do not ever become, like, I don't care if they're your best friend, I don't care if they're your cousin, do not become someone's chauffeur. Like, say if their parent says, oh, they're such good company for so and so, and it's like, don't become that person. Like, you have your own life, you're not their damn babysitter.
And don't let a parent manipulate you into being friends with someone.
Yeah.
Because they want you to be like, my mom isn't like that, your mom isn't like that. But there's parents' moms out there that if they're like, oh, my kid thinks you're great, you should be spending time with her, and you know, you don't really spend so much time with her as you should, you can be like, suck it, you're not my mother, you're not my father, you're not my guardian.
Yeah. Or just be like, if they try and make you feel guilty for not coming over for any reason, and if you feel like you have to make excuses to that person, that is not right. That is not how a friendship goes, and their parents shouldn't get involved in your friendship whatsoever. Like, they shouldn't say that you should hang out with them more.
Unless you're having a really serious fight and it's literally like gotten to the stage where it's dangerous, then tell your parents.
But like, their parents shouldn't say that you should spend
Yeah,
more
your
time with
parents
them.
should
That's
stay
none
out
of
of
their
your
business,
lives, but
like.
you should involve them in as much as possible. Your parents should know who you're friends with, where you're going. Like my dad, I'm allowed out late enough, as long as if it's getting dark, I call one of them to come collect me, or I have someone to bring me home. My parents know where I am at all times, whether it's at a friend's house in town, if I'm going out to the pub, not that I'm old enough to, but if I was, do you know what I mean? If I'm somewhere, my parents know where I am at all times, who I'm with.
But yeah, don't also do that.
Yeah, don't tell your parents
that you're gonna be somewhere that you're not, because if something happens to you and it's serious,
that's
and
the reason. Like, it's not because they're nosy. They physically.
no, it's not that they're trying to be a downer. It's the fact that if you get injured and you say that you're, like, say
And
at your friend's house and you're not, what are you gonna do?
Your
Like, are
parents
you
are
gonna
gonna-
bleed to death? Like, say if you got genuinely hurt
Like, if you got kidnapped or something because you
Yeah.
were someplace, how would your
because
parents
you
know where
said
to
you
go
were
looking for you?
at your friend's and you
Yeah.
actually
At your
down the field
boyfriend's.
drinking
Yeah,
or
yeah.
something like that.
Like, it's, you seriously should just
be
your
honest.
parents want to know where you are for your own safety, not for now you're a big girl, you don't have to tell your parents where you are. No.
The thing that I've learned with my mom personally, I don't know if it'll work for you guys, but that's fine if it doesn't. Like, it's give and take. If you like if you're just open and honest with your
and
parents
trust and give them your
give
trust.
them your trust, they will be the same back to you. They
Yeah.
will be more accepting of what you want to do, and they might even say yes more if you just be honest. Like there's no need for lying.
They're not going to give out to you and say no if they know you're lying, if they know you're not lying. But if they know you're lying and they keep saying no and you don't know why. My phone ran out of memory, so we're going to end it here, and we'll do a part 2 if you want us to. So thank you for watching.
Bye.
Hi guys, so today we're going to be doing a video on, I look like I have a double chin, oh my Jesus.